with a national and international reach. Experience the difference with Luntha Television, where innovation meets experience. Our dedicated team, backed by cutting-edge technology, ensures seamless execution and unparalleled results. Luntha guarantees credibility and professionalism in all its endeavors and services. We offer, among this, production and broadcasting of jingles, music videos, narratives, documentaries, press services and programs, on location or outside, live broadcasting of mass and other church functions, government or indoor functions, and political rallies, creation and broadcasting of special programs, sponsored content, sports and entertainment, and advertising for small, medium, and large enterprises. All services are offered at competitive prices. Tune in daily to catch Luntha Television on Zuko on Channel 51, Starsat Channel 474, Star Times Channel 474, Topstar 474, Kliye 007, GoTV on Channel 807, Azam on Channel 386, and live streams on our YouTube and Facebook platforms. You can find us in Area 2 Lilongwe or can reach us on 0883 815 055. Come, let us help you grow your business.
Are you passing through Desert Town and you think of finding a place to rest or just to have some nice food? Always keep this name in your mind: Comfort Lodge. Situated in Airfield at Desert Town. Here at Comfort Lodge, we offer comfortable, affordable, and quality accommodation. The place is located at a very quiet environment that gives you a comfortable and peaceful sleep. We also offer local food such as madimba, masambote ndera, chisoso, ndi ndo zina za lokolo zambiri. Talking of entertainment, that's not an issue, as we have a DSTV for your favorite channels. Tight security, electricity and water backups are all in place just for you, dear customers. During this time of COVID-19, we have all measures in place just for your safety. Oh yes, come and taste a different feel of life here at Comfort Lodge in the town. Comfort Lodge. Comfort Lodge, your number one place for affordable and quality accommodation.
Service Charter ndi ndondomeko yomwe nthambi za boma zikugwiritsa ntchito potumikira anthu ndi cholinga chotukula ntchito za ulimi kuti alimi akhale ndi upangiri okwanira, za maphunziro kuti ophunzira alandire maphunziro oyenera, zosamalira chilengedwe kuti anthu apewe mchitidwe wodzetsa kusintha kwa nyengo, za umoyo kuti anthu alandire thandizo la kuchipatala moyenera komanso mu nthawi yache, za chitetezo kuti anthu athandizidwe ndi apolisi mopanda chinyengo, kusamalira ovutika kuti athe kudziyimira paokha ndi kutenga nawo mbali pa chitukuko, ndinso ntchito za madzi kuti anthu akhale ndi madzi aukhondo ndi kupewa matenda. Ndondomekoyi ithandiza kuonetsetsa kuti anthu akutumikiridwa mosapsinja maufulu awo kuti miyoyo yawo itukuke. Pitani kuti mukadziwe zambiri za mmene ndondomekozi zimagwirira ntchito.
Uthengawu akukupatsirani da Human Rights Resource Center mogwirizana ndi makhonsolo a Dowa, Mchisi ndi Nsanje ndi thandizo lochokera ku Norwegian Church Aid ndi Dan Church Aid.
You are watching Luntha television and it's time for news. My name is Albert. And first a look at our top stories. United States bishops call for President Biden to commute federal death row. Democratic Progressive Party warns against politicizing National Economic Empowerment Fund. Parliament laments erosion of freedom to demonstrate in the country. And in news from elsewhere, Zambia court rules ex-President Lungu ineligible to run for another term. We have these and more other stories to stay tuned then. The bishops of the United States have launched an appeal for President Joe Biden to commute the sentences of the men on federal death row before the end of his term. The U.S. bishops made that appeal to Americans on the website of the United States Conference of Catholic Bishops last evening. It came just days after Pope Francis at the Sunday Angelus invited everyone to pray for inmates on death row in the United States of America. We have the details.
In their appeal, the U.S. bishops said President Joe Biden has an extraordinary opportunity to advance the cause of human dignity by commuting all federal death sentences to terms of imprisonment and sparing the lives of the 40 men currently on federal death row. The campaign website also offers Americans a contact form to assist them in writing to President Biden. The U.S. federal government has the power to seek capital punishment for a limited set of crimes, with most death sentences handed down by state courts. The bishops record their long-standing opposition to capital punishment, which dates back to 1947. The death penalty, they said, precludes the possibility of rehabilitation, and reform leads to extensive anguish for everyone involved, is carried out in an unfair and discriminatory manner, and involves the possibility of mistakes. The U.S. bishops pointed to Pope Francis's 2018 change to the Catechism of the Catholic Church, which states that the Church teaches, in the light of the Gospel, that the death penalty is inadmissible because it is an attack on the inviolability and dignity of the person, and she works with determination for its abolition worldwide.
The leader of opposition in Parliament, George Chaponda, has expressed concerns regarding constitutional rights, primarily focusing on the erosion of the right to demonstrate as granted by the Constitution of Malawi. Chaponda raised the concerns in Parliament on Tuesday as a matter of urgent public importance under Standing Order 14. The leader of opposition has since indicated that Malawians should be worried because of a troubling trend where these rights are being undermined. Charity Chilanga with the details.
Chaponda cited incidents including on November 13th where civil society organizations attempted to conduct a demonstration and were met with violence from individuals holding pangas, which according to him were allegedly sponsored by the Malawi Congress Party MCP, saying the police did not intervene. He highlighted a historical context, recalling the oppressive rule of the Malawi Congress Party, and expressed concern that the current government is reverting to a one-party state, undermining the multi-party democracy established in the 1990s. Chaponda recounted a period of significant oppression during the MCP's 31 years in power, mentioning that many people fled the country due to fear. According to Chaponda, MCP significantly affected demonstrations by instigating violence and intimidating against civil society organizations attempting to protest, while the police stood by without intervening.
We have noticed incidences which have been happening. On the 13th of November, the civil society organization, they wanted to conduct a demonstration. But what happened is that panga-wielding persons who were sponsored by the Malawi Congress Party were allowed to move around and terrorize. And when they were doing this, the police were watching. On top of that, the Lilongwe City Council used the reason to say that the president was going somewhere. And we said, can the going of the president to a particular place stop people from demonstrating? This has never happened.
Concurring with Chaponda, a member of parliament for Machinga East, Esther Jolobala, criticized the leadership of the police, specifically the Inspector General, Madame Marine Yolam, describing her as ineffective and lacking understanding of the current leadership. She argued that the IG should resign, suggesting that she is not adequately exercising her duties and instead being influenced by political figures.
If the powers have been overtaken, maybe from her, and somebody else is trying to, to dictate what to happen. So she's just there as a jacket. So she has to resign or she has to be fired. She's useless.
Responding to the matter, leader of the House, Richard Chimwendu, said Chaponda should not be selective when condemning violence. He cited a number of violent attacks that happened during the DPP era. Chimwendu said the MCP does not believe in violence and only preaches peace, urging Chaponda to ask the vendors' leadership in Lilongwe town about the individuals who instigated violence during the CSO's demonstration.
Let's preach peace. Let's condemn violence. If you have evidence of a young person in MCP, if you have a name of that person, tell us. Tell us, because you check your records, 2019, 2020. Those people that you're talking about, those were your people. Those were your people. MCP youth, under the leadership of His Excellency, Dr. Lazarus Makathe Jabel, will never be involved in such type of violence. If you go to Lilongwe Market, the vendors there, leader, you should go, leader for opposition. Take your time, visit the vendors association, ask them why they are protecting their property.
The issue of politically motivated violence has been a rising concern in Malawi, with incidents such as the attack on the Minister of Information Moses Kunkuyu's convoy and clashes between peaceful demonstrators and individuals armed with machetes in Lilongwe.
Democratic Progressive Party spokesperson on finance in Parliament, Joseph Munamveka, has urged the government not to politicize the National Economic Empowerment Fund and social cash transfer programs in the country. Munamveka expressed his concerns during his contribution on the 2024-2025 media budget review in Parliament on Monday. The development comes as reports arrive that the governing Malawi Congress Party was only giving the loans to its members. Fales Chizombe with the details.
the government is unfairly distributing the benefits of NIF and social cash transfer programs to only its party followers. This, he believes, is a deliberate attempt to make the program seem like a political strategy where the ruling party is offering loans to the people. Mwanamveka emphasized that NIF and social cash transfer programs are meant to benefit all Malawians regardless of their political affiliations. He urged that politicizing these programs would undermine their purpose and create unnecessary divisions among the people. The DPP spokesperson on finance also questioned the government's motives, suggesting that they are using NIF and social cash transfer programs as a tool to gain political mileage. He urged the government to ensure that these programs are implemented in a fair and transparent manner. Mwanamveka's concerns are not unfounded, as there have been allegations of partisan distribution of resources and benefits in the country. The government has been accused of favoring its supporters and ignoring the need of opposition supporters. The National Economic Empowerment Fund is a government-initiated program aimed at economically empowering Malawians, particularly women, youth, and persons with disabilities. The program provides loans and other financial services to support entrepreneurship and job creation. For Luntha News, Fales Chizombe.
You are still watching news on Luntha television, coming to you live from Bishop Navy Media Center in Area 2, Lilongwe. Now do stick around as we'll be back shortly after the break.
Onelani programu ya Nkomaliro pa Kanema wa Luntha. Programu ya Nkomaliro ima kupatsani mwayi ofunira habari komanso anansi mafuno abwino a Nkomaliro komanso kusankha nyimbo za kumtima kwanu. Programu ya Nkomaliro ima kufikani lachiwiri lililonse komanso Nkomaliro Throwback Thursday ima kufikani lachinayi lina lililonse. Nkomaliro Throwback Thursday ima kupatsani mwayi osankha tinyimbo za mbuyo timene inu tima kusangalatsani, ndipo programu iyi amakupatsirani ndi Anaphiri Fales Chizombe. Komanso mutha kuonera programu ya Nkomaliro loweruka sabata ina iliyonse. Programu ya Nkomaliro ima kufikani nthawi ya 12:15 lachiwiri komanso lachinayi ngakhalenso Saturday. Nkomaliro programu yokhayo imene imakupatsani mwayi osankha nyimbo za kumtima kwanu.
Are you looking for a good venue for your next event? Welcome to Our Lady of Africa Conference Center, nestled alongside our guest house and delectable restaurant located in the capital city, Lilongwe. Whether it's a corporate meeting, a wedding reception, or a family gathering, we have the space and amenities to accommodate your needs. With good accommodation, facilities, and mouth-watering cuisine, your event is sure to be a memorable success. For more information, contact us on 0997 277 720 or on 0997 452 093. Book now and let us help you create unforgettable moments. Our Lady of Africa Conference Center is located on Likuni Road, about 250 meters from Bypass Roundabout towards Chinsapo, before the police roadblock. Turn to your right, and it is about 50 meters from the tarmac road.
Welcome back. Now let's have a look at our top stories before we proceed. United States bishops call for President Biden to commute federal death row. Democratic Progressive Party warns against politicizing National Economic Empowerment Fund. Parliament laments erosion of freedom to demonstrate in the country. And in news from elsewhere, Zambia court rules ex-President Lungu ineligible to run for another term. Moving on, there has been a peaceful political activity by the opposition Democratic Progressive Party Vice President Alfred Gangata in the Central Region. During a whistle-stop tour aimed at encouraging people to register in the voters' roll in Kauma, Area 23 and Area 25 among others, Luntha television did not witness any political violence, contrary to fears emanating from reported precedents. Our reporter Robert Edwards reports.
I'm in one of the vehicles on the convoy for the whistle-stop tour by the DBB's Central Region Vice President, Alfred Gangata, who has been going around the Lilongwe City encouraging people to go and vote as the next voter registrations comes to an end tomorrow. That's on Wednesday. Now, we can confirm that in all at least 5 places that they had the whistle stops, there has been any flag registered so far, and the violence different from what the perception has been, because the DBB has been complaining that in the Central Region, when they want to campaign or they want to convene from the political perspective, they have been facing a lot of violence. But from what we have seen so far, there haven't been pockets of violence so far. Now, the main message has been people can go out of the problems if they can go and register. And when it comes to vote, they vote for the party's president, Professor Athabira Mutharika. This is part of what Gangata told us when we caught up with him at one of the stops, which is Zenza in Area 25.
Different agalembetsa kumaso kauza kuti kuvota kofunika ndifumu aliyense kuongezera mmene report yathu ikida for kilometer tikuonesa DBB mmene abambanda kachamawa ndi 40% mayidziwikire kuna kumira anthu asakuzindikira ena sakudziwa ufuna kuwana miza mapasa 2000 kwacha wazunguza ubongo wawo lasathe nyina kuchitika ufana ena kosazindikira ena kosakuzira ndero ufana ena osazindikira kwambiri kumasa amene sakumvetsetsa azindikire DBB awinakale kwangotsa 40% mmene fana anthu athandizire kuti DBB
though it's not a campaign period yet, but political parties have been going around mobilizing voters and the party sympathizers to go and register for the voting. If you can see from my background, that's the convoy, and from where I'm reporting right now, this is in Area 25 in Sungwi, they are saying they are going to go as far as Ntandire. They've been in Area 23, Kauma, Area 50, and finally in Area 25, and they will also go to Ntandire. For Luntha, this is Robert Edward.
Self-Help Africa says it has embarked on a project to equip people with knowledge and skills on how they can participate in carbon trading in the country. During a local stakeholders consultation meeting in Lilongwe area today, Self-Help Africa project manager for coordinating and monitoring entity Charles Matewere said carbon trading, also known as carbon finance, provides a platform for the organizations, local companies and other groups to have more resources to develop themselves and to have the social responsibility in the communities. The meeting was organized to solicit ideas and thoughts on what people are thinking about the project that the organization is establishing and subsequently registering it with the carbon standards. Bernard Mwanza has more in this report.
The consultation meeting comes amid government's assurance that there is a lot of potential for revenue generation carbon credits, while cautioning that there are some challenges, including limited climate financing, as well as complex and hard-to-follow procedures to qualify for carbon trading. In an interview after the meeting, Self-Help Africa project manager for coordinating and monitoring entity Charles Matewere said local organizations have opportunities to learn more to start earning fruits from the initiative. He said they are ready to provide the technical and financial support for the people who do not have the capacity to participate in the project, such as helping local enterprises and organizations to access carbon finance in the cleaner cooking sector.
There's quite a lot of work that has to be done because as of now the participation in the industry is quite very low, because people do not have the information, people do not have the capacity, the technical capacity, and people do not have even the finances. So by lack of all these aspects, the participation is really very low for now. In his remarks, the Lilongwe City Council Environmental Health Officer Benson Chidaomba said this is a welcome initiative, as the current methods that people use for cooking and other activities have direct impacts on their health.
There is production of carbon dioxide, which there is also production of soot, and this soot or smoke, sometimes this smoke is a hazard to the life of the people. Some people may develop tuberculosis out of that. So I know that with the participation of the Lilongwe City Council, during the dissemination of the messages to the community, it will consider or it will look into such issues to improve the health of the people.
We sell gas, cooking gas, to customers, and we are ready to expand the business to reach more customers who are currently using charcoal or firewood. And we are setting foot to make sure that once the project starts, we'll be there actually making available the product.
In June last year, President Dr. Lazarus Chakwera launched the Malawi Carbon Markets initiatives to boost the country's foreign exchange earnings through the sale of carbon credits. It is reported that Malawi has a potential to generate up to $440 million. It is reported that Malawi has the potential to generate up to $440 million annually by tapping into the profitable carbon trading market. Among others, carbon trading provides various core benefits to local communities where the projects are hosted, such as sustainable development through the creation of green jobs, sustainable energy, environmental and biodiversity protection, and climate adaptation and resilience.
Now in sports, the 2024 TNM Super League season has come to a close, with Silver Strikers being crowned the champions. The team, led by coach Peter Mponda, played excellent football throughout the season which saw them only losing once and clinching the title with 2 games to spare. The Football Association of Malawi has commended the referee and the referees board for its professional manner and the referee board for officiating the games with integrity. Ebano Chuocha reports.
The annual sponsorship of 500 million by TNM PLC made a significant impact on the league. Teams like Mighty Mukulu Wanderers, Silver Strikers and newly promoted Crack FC made huge investments which paid off in their performances. Supporters from various teams, including Wanderers, Bullets and Silver Strikers, made the season entertaining with their songs and cheers. Despite the team's varying performances, the supporters remained loyal, cheering their team on whether they were winning or losing. Nyasa Big Bullets, however, had a disappointing season. The team faced numerous injuries, losses and draws, which resulted in them losing valuable points. Newly promoted Clark FC, on the other hand, had displayed good football and finished 6th on the log table. Form FC, despite having a bad season, pulled off a surprise by beating Silver Strikers 1-0, breaking their unbeaten streak. Silver Strikers' impressive performance earned them the top spot with only 1 losing. Silver Strikers' impressive performance earned them the top spot with only 1 loss out of 27 games. Their beautiful football and dedication made them deserving champions of the 2024 TNM Super League season. In the end, Silver Strikers' consistency and hard work paid off and they were crowned the champions of 2024 TNM Super League. For Luntha News, this is Emmanuel Georgia.
Now in news from elsewhere. Zambia's Constitutional Court ruled on Tuesday that former President Edgar Lungu was ineligible to run for another term in office after he announced his return to active politics last year. The country's highest court ruled that Lungu's first term, which he served from 2015 to 2016 after the death of the then President Michael Sata, continued as a full term. His second term was from September 2016 to August 2021, and he then lost the presidency to United Party for National Development candidate in the 2021 national election. We have the details.
During the memorial service for Sata in October 2023, Lungu said he would come out of retirement. Lungu's comeback followed the arrest of several family members, including his wife, on allegations of possessing the proceeds of crime. There was heavy police presence outside the court session, which Lungu did not attend. His comeback announcement came amidst legal challenges involving his family, including the arrest of his wife. The court session, which Lungu did not attend, was marked by heavy police presence. PF spokesperson Emmanuel Mwamba expressed dissatisfaction with the ruling. The decision closes the door on Lungu's return to the presidency, reaffirming Zambia's constitutional provisions on term limits.
And that also wraps up our today's news bulletin. But before we go, a reminder of our top stories. United States bishops call for President Biden to commute federal death row. Democratic Progressive Party warns against politicizing National Economic Empowerment Fund. Parliament laments erosion of freedom to demonstrate in the country. And in news from elsewhere, Zambia court rules ex-President Lungu ineligible to run for another term. My name is Helbert Kata, and thanks for watching, and it's goodbye for now.